So about a month ago, I've opened a digital template shop for content creators on Etsy. This is episode 1 in a series of monthly videos where I aim to show you guys how you can do the same as me by turning a week's worth of work into a passive income stream. This video is broken down into 4 chapters: the shop, the listings, key takeaways, and my results. In these chapters, I'll be going through how to open a shop, create and upload your listings, as well as analyze my own sales and profit from the first month. Now look, I think YouTube is filled with plenty of clickbait content already. So instead of wasting your time, I'm gonna show you the revenue I've made so far with this shop, and then you can decide for yourself if that amount of money is worth your time and effort. Okay? So folks, I've made 275 euros or $294 in less than a month. This is not a trick, okay? I'm showing you this in real time as I'm speaking to the camera. These are my stats. I have 405 total visits and 7 orders. So I'll be analyzing my results at the end of the video. So if you still want to tag along after knowing these numbers, let's not waste any more time and get into it. So I opened my shop on February 8th and added my first listings 5 days later. That's because in between I've been doing research on the type of products that are selling well. And based on reading these reviews and analyzing other shops, I went for 2 types of products: websites and Instagram stories. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, I wanted to list a cheaper and a more expensive product because 1, I wanted to see which one sells better so I can focus on designing similar products that my customers like. Number 2, by having a cheaper product, you get sales faster. And that's simply because being a new shop with no reviews and no sales, people are hesitant to pay too much money, especially since digital products are non-refundable. So first things first, let's check how you can open a shop like this. In order to be taken seriously as a seller, you will need 4 things: a business name, a logo, a banner, and an email address. Let's look at the first 2. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to use AI tools to generate a business name and a logo, but guys, I highly encourage you to come up with your own business name and design your own logo in Canva. You have to understand that an Etsy shop is not a get-rich-fast scheme. I could sit here and tell you, yeah, just have ChatGPT run it for you, but that's not how it works. You have to give it attention, at least in the beginning, and have the patience for it to grow. If you don't and you half-ass it, you're not gonna see any success, and that's just me telling it the way it is. Now, there's no need for anything complicated. Minimalism is trending right now, so the more simple and elegant your name and your logo are, the better. Okay, so you can generate a business name with a site like namelix.com or ask ChatGPT to list 10 business names for digital template shops. Once you have the name, we will use logo.com to generate a logo for us based on our name, some keywords, and a style of our choice. It takes a few minutes for the logos to generate, and after they're done, just choose one and download it. Next, you will need a banner. Just go to canva.com, search for Etsy banner, select a pre-made design, and add the logo you downloaded previously. I highly recommend adding a catchphrase to your banner, and again, no need for anything complicated. Something as simple as modern templates for the modern entrepreneur is enough. Just come up with something that reflects the best statement you want for your shop. Once you're done with the banner, download it. Lastly, you can create a Gmail account specifically for your shop by going to Gmail and creating a new account. Once you have these 4 things, we can start creating the Etsy shop. Just go to etsy.com, register with an email address, your first name, and a password, and after creating your Etsy account, you can go to your profile and click Sell on Etsy. This will take you to the shop creator section where you can answer all the questions or just skip them all together to proceed to the shop preferences section. Here, you'll select the language of your shop, the country, and the currency you'd like to sell in. Next, after you enter the name of your shop, it will take you to the first listing you need to upload. Just upload a random listing for now with random photos. You can delete this afterwards because we're gonna come back to listings later. Next, you'll need to enter your bank account details as an individual, your personal details such as country of residence, first name, last name, and so on. Now, before you can make any money, Etsy will need to verify your bank account details, so you'll need a bank statement from the last 6 months. This is just a heads up, make sure you have it ready as Etsy will ask for it once the shop is opened. Lastly, you will need to set up a billing for the listings. So Etsy charges a flat rate of 20 cents per listing regardless of whether your item sells or not. The listing is active for 4 months, after which it will renew for an additional 20 cents unless you cancel the renewal. Now, the first sale you make, Etsy charges no commission. However, after the second sale, Etsy charges again 20 cents per for sale. Alright, so now that we have our shop open, let's add our logo and our banner. You can do that by going to Shop Manager, and under Sales Channels, you will open up your dashboard. Here you can add your banner and your logo, and now that that's done, we can get into publishing our first listing. So my Instagram stories and my websites are aimed specifically at wedding photographers. I chose this niche because I was inspired by these two shops right here, mainly by their numbers but also by their designs. And I think it's important to have an inspiration to base your products upon because it will give you a good starting point to set you up for success. So to list your products on Etsy, you will first need the following things: the actual design, images of your design, a descriptive text, tags, and a PDF file with instructions on how to access the design. So let's take a look at my products. Now, I'm not gonna go into websites too much because I've talked about them in my previous video. These were designed on Showit, which is just an easy drag and drop builder. If you're interested in seeing a full video on how I build a website like this from scratch in just 2 hours, drop a comment down below. But for now, without going full on technical with this, I've created two websites. One is a bit more modern and neutral with bold and minimalist text, while the other is geared towards warmer colors. It's a bit more hipster, let's say, and creative. And it's important to have different looking products at first because it will give you an idea on which type sells better, and then you can create subsequent products based on that design. Obviously, if this one sells better, then I will prioritize creating similar designs. Now onto the Instagram stories. I've created these using Canva, and my strategy was to create them in a similar design as the websites because one, this way I can create a bundle so both the stories and the website selling together, and two, if someone buys the Instagram story, I can give them a 10% discount upon purchase to buy the corresponding website. And this is just basic sales strategy, okay? Sell a product and give a discount to bring those customers back for subsequent products. So I'm gonna walk you through real quick on how I made these Instagram stories and how I uploaded them onto Etsy so you can see how really simple it is. First, the design. Just go to canva.com and search for Instagram story. Now there are loads of pre-made designs, but I like this one, so let's go with it. So you open the design, and first thing you want to do is duplicate the first page 19 times. So go down here, duplicate 5 times. Next, you can select all 5 with Control or Command A, right click and duplicate 5 pages. Do this until you have 20 pages in total. After that, we're gonna take each page one by one. Now you can see on the left side, Canva has pre-made designs. You can simply click on one and it will change the page you're on to that design. And once again, you really don't need to overcomplicate or overthink this, okay? Canva is super intuitive. You can switch up the pre-made design a bit by changing the font and the colors, move things around, add an image, then just move on to the next page. And you do this for all 20 pages. How much you want to customize it is really up to you, but I'm telling you again not to overthink it because you will be selling this design as a template to someone else who will be re-editing it anyway for their own use. Great, so once you're finished and happy with your design, just go to Share and download the files in PNG format for maximum quality. Now let's go to Etsy and under Shop Manager, click on Listings, add a listing. Now let's take this page step by step. As you can see, you will need listing images for your design. It's important to have high quality listing images with simple, straightforward text that buyers can understand because 90% of them make their purchase decision based on these. So I've created a free template which you can use for your own digital product listings. All you need to do is access my template on Canva and add the previously downloaded PNG files into the template. Obviously, there is a link in the description. Next, you're going to add a title to your listing, and this should contain all the relevant keywords such as Instagram stories template, Instagram stories, Instagram templates for photographers. You get the idea. You can add up to 140 words. Make sure to fill that up as you can never have enough. Then, who made the listing? Clearly that's you. It's a finished product and it was made in 2023. Now in the category section, you can type Instagram and the templates category will pop up, which is exactly what we need. The next few boxes we can skip altogether all the way to renewal options. Here, the default setting is automatic, which means that once the listing expires in 4 months, Etsy will renew it automatically. Type of product will go with digital, obviously. And for the description, I've included a free descriptive text which 1 gets you good SEO results and 2 explains to a buyer how the process of accessing the template works. Next, you're gonna want to add some tags to your post. Again, here we include keywords such as Instagram, template, Canva, editable story, editable template. Just use as many variations as you possibly can here to make sure people find your listing. Now the price. So this is entirely up to you. But in this instance, Instagram stories are ranging between $10 and $30 depending on how many there are in a bundle. You have to understand that no matter what market you're in, competition is fierce on Etsy. Now you may have a top-notch design on your hands, but so do tens or hundreds of other sellers. So the main differentiator here can be price. Price yourself aggressively, undercut the competition in the beginning, and raise your prices once you start making the first sales. For quantity, you can add 100 here so you make sure you have enough stock that it's always buyable. And the most important part, you need to add a PDF file with instructions on how to access this template. Now, going back to your Canva design, if you click on share and under link sharing restricted you choose anyone with the link, it will give you a link to this template. Now you're going to take this link and using the free PDF file I've added into the description, you can paste this link into that file and attach it to your listing. And this ensures that once a customer buys this template, he or she will get the PDF file, access the template, and start designing. Last but not least, you need to decide if you want to advertise the listing or not. Now, I can wholeheartedly recommend Etsy's advertising campaigns because they only cost $1 per day and they can get a lot of traffic to your shop. Without this, it's very difficult to drive organic traffic to you. So you have your shop open and your first listings uploaded. Now, the secret of success on Etsy is having a store that's filled up with products, a shop that leaves feedback to reviews and pays attention to customers. This was listing number 1. Now, the reason why I told you it will take a week to make money with this is because you need to upload more listings. Upload 3 to 4 in the beginning, see what works, replicate what does, and eliminate what doesn't. So let's summarize the 5 key takeaways you need to run an Etsy shop successfully. Number 1, a legit business with good-looking graphics. Number 2, products with a proven track record of selling. Number 3, high quality listing images. Number 4, aggressive prices in the beginning to undercut competition. And number 5, an advertising campaign. So let's see what can happen when you apply these takeaways. Looking into my results, I uploaded my first listing on February 13th and proceeded to upload 3 more listings a couple of days after. And after a week or so, I got a lot of traffic to the shop, but I only started getting sales during the second week. And as I said before, the Instagram stories were the first ones to sell, obviously because they were cheaper. But after each and every sale, I have set up Etsy to send out a 10% discount to every buyer for the next sale. And this did 2 things. It helped me get 3 reviews and further sales. So as I said, I encourage you to give buyers an incentive to return to your shop, but especially to give you reviews as it can boost your shop's presence on the market. Now, is this life-changing money? Of course not, but it shows that the shop is in a good place, and with further listings I have a good chance to increase my sales and turn it into a passive income completely. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to not miss out on further episodes on this journey of turning an Etsy shop into a passive income stream. As always, appreciate all you guys watching. Thanks so much for sticking around. Have an amazing rest of the day or night, and I'll catch you on the next one.